Welcome back to the channel where we explore, learn, and theorize about the Marvel Universe. Today I'll be breaking down the third episode of WandaVision, but if you haven't watched it yet or if you don't want any spoilers, don't worry because you can watch the first half of the video normally, where I'll be talking about an evil Captain America and Doctor Strange 2, which will lead into the introduction of Wolverine, and Ant-Man Quantumania confirmed to be coming in 2022, and then I'll let you know when the spoilers are coming. If you're new to the channel, or even if you've been watching for a while, make sure you subscribe because more than 96% of you guys aren't subscribed. And if you think you're subbed, double check because apparently there's a glitch where people are getting unsubscribed from certain channels. And remember that a subscription is free for you, but it really helps the channel a lot. And you can always unsub later if you want. Now let's get started. Elizabeth Olsen was interviewed by Capital FM, where she said, "I assume you might see Wanda in Spider-Man 3 if everyone's in it, but I haven't showed up to that party yet." And this obviously makes sense as she's gonna break the multiverse in WandaVision, which will lead directly into Spider-Man 3 and then into Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And talking about Scarlet Witch and the multiverse going into madness in Doctor Strange 2, according to Daniel Rickman, Doctor Strange will fight two Avengers in the Multiverse of Madness, the Scarlet Witch and an evil version of Captain America. But then he elaborated on it, saying that Chris Evans is signing a 3-project deal to appear as Captain Hydra in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and then in 2 Wolverine projects set in the past. So if this report is true, we could see an evil alternate version of Captain America take on Doctor Strange alongside Scarlet Witch, who we've been hearing for months will be one of the villains. And if the rumor that Nightmare, who's been rumored to be the main villain in Doctor Strange 2 for months as well, steals Wanda's children, that would explain why she snaps and brings chaos to the multiverse. But what's even more interesting about this is that Chris Evans could be playing Captain America in a Wolverine movie or show set in the past. And this wouldn't ruin his ending from Avengers Endgame, where he went back in time to live out his life with Peggy Carter in any way. But it would be a great way to introduce Wolverine, and possibly even tie into the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And most of you might not know this, but there were actually plans to introduce both Wolverine and Magneto in Captain America the First Avenger. Originally, when Steve Rogers freed the Howling Commandos and saved Bucky Barnes, there was supposed to be a scene with James Logan Howlett and Eric Lensher, who were prisoners of war during World War II, but the cameos were scrapped due to rights issues. Next, Michael Douglas, who plays Hank Pym in the MCU, posted this picture on his Instagram, saying that it's time to grow the goatee. Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania coming in 2022. And this is the second time one of the cast says the movie is coming in 2022. First it was Michelle Pfeiffer, who plays Janet Van Dyne in the Ant-Man movies, that posted this picture on her Instagram, saying Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania coming 2022, but quickly deleted it. And now Michael Douglas has announced once again that the film is coming in 2022. And as long as there aren't any more delays, it seems like the movie will release on October 7, 2022, which is currently the only open slot Marvel has for a movie that still hasn't been announced yet. And while a lot of people were hoping that Blade would release on October 7, 2022, Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania makes more sense, as it already has a cast, a director, a script, and is rumored to start filming this month or early next, whereas Blade only has Mahershala Ali cast. And lastly, the third episode of WandaVision just came out, so if you haven't gotten a chance to watch it yet, then click off the video now, as I'll be breaking down the third episode and covering all the Easter eggs. So once again, there will be major spoilers ahead for the third episode of WandaVision. The intro to the third episode of the show pays homage to Tyler Perry Moore with the repeated titles, the Brady Bunch with the font and the title card, and the bicycle that Wanda and Vision are riding references Three's Company. But what's most important are the deliberate hexagons used in the intro, which is clearly a nod to AIM, who many believe could tie into the Man in the Beekeeper suit from episode 2, could be an offshoot of Hydra, or even the new Hydra. Moving on, we see that Wanda is pregnant, and her and Vision begin to buy all the baby supplies and even decorate the room, which they use Simser paint for. Now, Simser is one of the people who worked on the storyboard for WandaVision and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, once again confirming the connection these two movies will have, along with Spider-Man 3. We then see Wanda unknowingly make butterflies from the Cribmobile reel, and she asks, "Did I do that? I didn't mean to." But it actually wasn't Wanda, it was her son Wiccan, who has the same powers as her. Then Wanda and Vision are trying to figure out what they're gonna name the baby, with Wanda saying Tommy and Vision saying Billy. Luckily they have twins, so they name them Billy and Tommy. But they also talk about having a girl, and what if the baby was a synthezoid? And this is clearly referencing Tom King's Vision run, where Vision had an android family and his daughter's name was Viv. And Vision technically isn't an android, but a synthetic man. Anyway, Wanda then starts going into labor, and she causes a power outage to the whole town. She then asks Vision if he thinks that anyone knows it's her fault, and that with all these close calls they've been having, the people of Westview are on the verge of discovering their secret. Vision then begins to realize what's really going on, but Wanda once again rewinds time, and the pregnancy continues like normal. Only this time, her water breaks and it starts raining inside the house. But it seems like this was once again caused by Wiccan's powers. And this might be a stretch, but maybe her pregnancy being so fast is due to Tommy, aka Speed's powers, speeding her up. We then move to this episode's commercial, which is advertising Hydra Soak. The first commercial advertised the Toastmate 2000, the second the Strucker brand watch, and now Hydra Soak, which have all been references to Wanda's past. Then Vision runs to get the doctor before he leaves on vacation, and Geraldine aka Monica Rambeau walks into Wanda's house asking for a mop because her pipes burst due to Wanda's water breaking. We then see a stork walking around which Wanda tries to use her powers on, but she can't, once again letting us know that Wanda isn't fully in control. Eventually, Wanda has twins and says that she was a twin too. Then Monica remembers and says that Ultron killed Pietro. This makes Wanda angry, and she throws her out of the town like we've seen in the trailers. We then get our first look at SWORD and Westview itself, and we learn that it is a real town. Kind of. You can see it from the outside, but you can't go in, and you're not supposed to be able to leave, as we heard from the doctor when he said, "Small towns, you know? So hard to escape." And as the doctor is leaving, we see Agnes and Herb talking about Geraldine, and when Vision asks them about her, they say that she doesn't have a home, because she's obviously not from Westview. And then Herb says she came here because we're all, but never finished the sentence. So Agnes and Herb know that this reality is fake, and that they're all trapped in Westview. And lastly, when Monica is thrown out of Wanda's reality, we see that SWORD is right outside. And like we saw in the first episode, they've been watching this whole time. And as we know, the next 3 episodes will introduce more of the outside world before everything comes together or falls apart, with the final battle in the last 3 episodes. But let me know what you guys think about all this. Would you like to see an evil version of Captain America in Doctor Strange 2, which will lead into the introduction of Wolverine? Do you really think Ant-Man 3 will come out in 2022, especially with the current rumors of another wave of delays? What did you think of WandaVision Episode 3, and are you excited for Episode 4? If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you'll never miss another video. Thanks for watching, and remember to wash your hands and stay safe.